Hello Internet, I'm Scarecrow85 and right now this is the first of an occasional series I'm going to do looking at forgotten video games. That's not to say necessarily that they are forgotten, but they're probably going to be ones that you might not have heard of. So, yeah, this is boring, so let's skip that. Right, here we go. This game is called Chasm, The Rift, and it's kinda like Quake, I guess. That's what it gets compared to. It came out similar time, I guess. Oh, look. We have spider scorpions. So yeah, the game came out roughly around the same time as Quake, probably. It's clearly inspired by, or very similar to, the big difference between this and Quake. Like, Quake did a lot better than this. Actually, I think this might even have predated Quake. But Quake had 3D environments. This actually doesn't, as far as I understand it. Oh. This game features interactive elements, which I quite like, such as being able to break scenery. And, I mean, I'll be honest with... Whoops, hang on. I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually played Quake. Oh, wait, have I? Yeah, no, I have, but a long time ago and very briefly. I don't really remember it. Quake was made by id Software, the people who made Doom. Oh. And is considered a very good and somewhat important part of first-person shooter history. Okay, we got the double-barrel shotgun, that's cool. Yeah, so... You know, Quake's cool. We like that. You can delimb enemies in this game, which is quite cool, especially if you can shoot the gun arm off, then they can't really do anything to you. Okay, so we're trying to restart the power here by activating the wind turbines, which we need to find. Ah! So yeah, the obvious comparisons to Quake have to be made, but apparently these environments are not true 3D. I guess they're a bit more like how 3D environments were done in Doom. Now I had this game when it first came out. Like, I had a copy of this on my computer, and it was... Oh, hang on. Let's go in here. Yeah, and as a kid I really enjoyed this. Ooh. I didn't know what Quake was. I'd never played it. This was my Quake, effectively. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know about any multiplayer element of this game. I've only ever known it by its single-player campaign. There you go, he's lost his gun arm. Now all he can do is run at me. He can still attack, mind you, but it's just not particularly effective. And so, yeah, I mean, something about the graphics in this game. They're quite sort of grimy and dark, and the fact that they're not true 3D, it is a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit funny around the edges. Perspectives just don't quite seem right. It's just a little off, but I like that about it. I always have. But it's one of those situations where if a game or a film or a book or whatever it is, if you know a song by its cover rather than the original version of it, you're likely to kind of prefer the cover to the original song, because it's the one that you know, the one that you grew up with or remember. And it's the same for me with this game. I absolutely love this game, and I dare say I would probably tell you it's, well, I wouldn't say it's better than Quake, but certainly I probably would enjoy this more than Quake. Ooh, that was loud. Ow! Something behind me? No. So yeah, I mean, it may look like a fairly bog standard first-person shooter at this point. Ah, we found the... Good, we found the wind turbines. Just gotta find the button that activates them now. That will be the one. Just gotta find something to... Here we go. This... Whoops. Hey. Find a switch. Standard first-person shooter fare. Yeah, this doesn't exactly break any molds. It is what it is. Something I believe that does set it apart from Quake is the variety of enemies. I understand from those who have played Quake that the enemy types are a little bit similar, whereas this game does think outside the box a little bit with its enemy design, which is nice. Whoop. Although you wouldn't know it at the start of the game when you're fighting generic military dudes. Oop. Let's try not to get shot this time. Fail! Oh boy, we're doing well, guys. This is all good. Right, we've made it to the helipad. Let's get the heck out of here. Oh, hang on, I've gone around in circles. Oh yeah, I remember. I think. It's been a while since I played this, alright? Used to play this a lot when I was younger. Is that the way? No, that's the way we came in. Here we go. Bam! Level complete. And then we get more of this quirky stuff. So this is the commander or someone, I don't know. There's a other guy with glasses on who's nearby him, but I can't be bothered to go through this. So we're going to skip it and carry on playing. Now, at the start of the game, we are infiltrating these military bases, which is, as I said, not exactly the most exciting... Ooh, yeah, there we go. It's got that Doom thing of popping a door open when you're not looking, throwing enemies at you. Whoop, like that. There we go. But yeah, the levels get pretty weird pretty quickly once you clear the first couple of missions. In a minute, I'm just going to skip straight to them because you don't want to be seeing grey corridors for the entirety of this video. I want to show off some of these old games. You know, let you see everything about them. This is very, very enjoyable. Like, the controls are really comfortable. I'm using mouse look, which was a part of it, which is good. I don't know, the physics just feel right in this game. Whoop. Ha! Shot his gun arm off. That's something that was really cool about this game. I remember that when I was younger as well, being able to blow limbs off. Rather grim. Very satisfying. The other weapons that you can get as well are pretty damn cool. This game does have cheats, which I will be entering shortly, so you can see some more of what the game has to offer. I'll enter the cheats on the next stage. Let's just get through this one. Whoops. And more guys. Ow. Haha, he's being pushed by a spider. Right. There is a jump button, by the way, but it's not a great jump really, and it's... Oh, hang on. Bang? Yeah, okay. Bang. I was half expecting them to explode by themselves. Something horrible to come flying out and attack me. Oh. Nice, okay, cool. We'll just do a loop and go back to where we were. Ooh. So the enemies we're fighting here are called the... what are they called? They're called the Time Strikers, which sounds a bit like the Time Splitters to me. I don't know if they have anything in common with those particular characters, but the idea... Uh-oh. Whoa. Got him. Yeah, the... Oh, I think that's a graphical error there. I was like, why is there a green thing? Oh, there isn't. It's just a hole in the floor. Yeah, so the idea is that these are some sort of extra-dimensional alien beings that are opening up portals and just popping out in all different periods of time in order to attempt to wipe out humankind. That's pretty much the story. So after this stage, in boring old present-day military land, we're going to go... Oh, we've got the machine gun. Yay. That's nice and noisy. Yeah, after this stage, we get to go to ancient Egypt. Oh, so we can jump up here. Secret doors. I mean, as a fan of Doom, I appreciate pretty much everything that's happening right now. Yep. Half of the course. There'll be one here as well, probably. There we go. Oh! Ran out of ammo. Okay, anything else? Keeping track of your progress is kind of part of the fun, actually. Like, I think there's a map. Is there a map? Yeah, there you go. But I don't use it. Generally speaking, I just remember where I've been. These levels do get insanely complex later on. The medieval ones in particular, I think, are an absolute nightmare. Yes, that's right. Medieval. In fact, should we go there now? Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, of course, it's singular. There we go. Ammo. There we go. Right, there is an invincibility cheat, but I'm not using it just now, so I'm probably going to blow myself up with the rocket launcher. But so, the weapons. This game is old school. It doesn't use mouse wheel for weapon selection. You have to hit the number keys on the keyboard, which is a little slow, but it does mean I have to take my finger off of the mouse in order to pull it off. So you've got the standard rifle type thing, the shotgun which you saw before, the machine gun, this. Yeah, it does that. Awesome, right? So, yeah, this is the medieval environment. The Time Strikers have come back to medieval wherever we are and taken the form of scary as hell alien jester monsters. Ah, and Vikings! Ow, 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 ow. And I'm throwing... I don't know what I'm throwing. Pizzas, apparently. Come get your tasty pizzas. Ran out of them. That was quick. So, yeah, I mean, I find that the maximum ammo for each weapon is actually not that great. If you're playing with cheats on, which, if you want to see the whole game nice and easy, obviously cheats, but you'll have to keep typing in the ammunition cheat because you're just going to run out so fast, especially on the high difficulties. There are just enemies absolutely everywhere. This is some sort of tech crossbow. I honestly have no idea, but it's super duper cool. I love it very much. In fact, this might even be my favourite weapon in the game. Hello! So these guys are a lot tougher than some of the previous enemies. Even tougher than enemies with guns, actually. They kick some serious ass. Oh, yep, I'll have one of those, thank you. Funny how that little helmet provides you with so much defence. What's in here? Ooh. Whoa! Alright then. I kind of knew he'd do that because I've seen these before, but I forgot. Oh, there's another. God, blimey. Nasty. Yeah, okay, alright then. Yikes. What else? Anyone else? So the AI in this game isn't great, I'll be honest with you. The enemies don't really... Like, they just sort of beeline for you, regardless of anything. They don't take damage from environmental elements apart from crushers. So if there's like a floor that hurts you, it won't hurt them. They'll just run straight through it, right at you. So setting up traps isn't so easy. That said, actually, hang on. I think I can. There's the rocket launcher. We'll play with that in a minute. Right. Landmines, I reckon. I think there's a guy around this corner. Yeah, there is. Okay. Okay, that's armed. Now, I can set that off if I step on it, which I don't want to do. So, let's try and aggro this guy out of his corner. Come on. Come on. Right. Okay. Splash damage should do it. I mean, arguably I could just splash damage him to death. I don't really need the landmine, but he... Wait, what? My landmine disappeared. And he isn't going to step on it anyway, because that's happening. So, that is pretty much what you need to know about the AI. I'm terrified to step on that spot in case the landmine is still technically there. I don't know if that's a graphical glitch, or if that is actually literally that the item has vanished. Not quite sure how to negotiate this situation. What's left? Oh, the only thing left is the BFG. Literally Doom's BFG. Even kind of looks like it. Not as powerful though, apparently. In fact, all the weapons in this game feel remarkably weak. Okay, yep, no landmine there. I do not know what happened to it. It just disappeared. I don't know if that's representative of what the game was like originally. I mean, getting the original to run on my PC was virtually impossible, and I struggled to get this to work through DOSBox as well. I'm running this on something called Chasm, which is kind of like an application developed specifically to run this game, and to run it at higher qualities and so on and so forth. So it runs a little smoother than it used to, which is really, really nice. Oh, hello. Just going to feed him some darts. 27 of those left. Ah! Blimey. I thought that was going to keep coming. So, other environments. This, obviously, is the medieval environment. There's also an Egypt-themed environment, and they all have their own unique enemy types as well. There's quite a few more than you're seeing currently. Egypt has its own, including like a lion man, zombies, and so on. There's an executioner that shows up in both that stage and this one. Oh, took damage from him! Do not like buzzsaw jesters. Then that's not funny. I'm out of ammo. Ah! Trusty shotgun. Not quite as powerful as, say, Doom's. And the last stage, actually, takes place in sort of like a sci-fi environment. I'll skip to that now. I thought this would be on a spaceship, but you can actually see the sky up there. But this is much more space age themed. So this is the last stage, but that's the first enemy you come across. So, you know, make of that what you will. These environments are... Oh, hang on. Stay back! Okay, cool. We're cool. Whoops. Okay. It's a bit dark in here. If you can shoot the arm that's holding the gun off, as I said before, that's your best bet against anything with a weapon, because the majority... The majority of weapons that use guns are hit scan. Hey, let me in. With the exception of the occasional rocket launcher dude. And I think there's a big bruiser type thing around this corner with laser cannons. Oh no. I know there's one around here somewhere. Hello! Oh, missed. I don't like these. Well, they're cool looking, but whoa! They remind me of the Sheevans from Free Space 2, if you've ever played that. Oh, hello! Here he is. Hello! Yeah, that's not hit scan. Whoa! It is difficult to dodge those. Very fast moving shot. Ah! Made it. Gotcha. So yeah, I mean... Oh, hang on. This is Chasm. It's quite fun. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to it. The bosses are interesting. They're all a bit unconventional. Almost none of them... A lot of the bosses set themselves up in a way that they'll tell you to, you know... One of them even specifically says, do enough damage to kill it. But if you shoot the monster itself, it won't do any damage. Most of the bosses have to be tackled in a very specific way, quite often using the environment to your advantage, which I like. It means you've got to think about things a little bit more. You don't just respond to things. It could so easily be the case that you just, you know, like a lot of first-person shooters, you just pump as much ammunition into the enemy as possible until it stops moving. But this requires just a little bit more than that of you, which is nice. That said, the bosses are steam-fried balls. I know I said that I appreciate how they're done, but I hate them. I mean, they deal insane amounts of damage. They're... Whoa! Yeah, I don't actually like them. I usually put cheats on and just skip through them. The final one in particular, screw that noise. It's like a giant alien tentacle worm thing that comes through the floor, takes up the entire screen and pretty much instant kills you if you get even remotely close to it. And everything's remotely close to it. I don't know. The bosses are not my favourite thing about this game, to be honest, but I do like the environments, the physics. The weapons are quite fun to use, even though they don't feel that powerful. But I don't know of many other games that have this kind of time travel aspect to them as well. I mean, well, hang on. Right. Hey, there we go. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying there aren't other games that do, but because of the success of Quake and, whoa, this game's similarity to it, this game has been pretty much forgotten. A lot of people don't really know of it. So, let me know in the comments, have you ever heard of Chasm the Rift? And have you ever played it before? Is this one that you were aware of? I'd be interested to know. And that's pretty much it for this video. This has been Chasm the Rift. It was my intention to show it off to you, show you something maybe you haven't seen before. Little gem from back in the day. And I've got a few more of these planned. There's a whole bunch of games out there that don't get a lot of love, don't really get remembered by people. Some really good ones too. I'm starting with this, but I've got some point and clickers to go through, and an adventure game, and so on and so forth. We'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments what you think of it anyway, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.